Good morning and welcome to our next show of CTV1's Pillars of Success. My name is EARL SPARROW. I'm your host. And I got to tell you, my heart is heavy. Again, there's another drive-by, two drive-bys last night in Fort Myers community. And I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of this endless violence, specifically the drive-by variety that we've been experiencing in Fort Myers lately. It takes a real man to stand behind a gun, kill somebody, and stay there, call the police on himself, or turn himself in. Any coward could grab a gun, shoot at some people, and keep driving and hide, and move to another area or whatever and lay low at your baby mama house or something like that. I don't know. I'm sick of people dying because they happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because you most of the times drive-by people never hit the person they're trying to hit in the first place because they're driving. I'm sick and tired of this, and we have the Transformers Club on today to talk with us about that. And to help, we're building an army here. CT1, Pillars of Success, we're building an army of people that care and people that are going to reach out and mentor these kids and help them so they don't be in a situation like they're in today. So we have a very special show today. We have Eric and Olivia Walker on the show. So stay tuned. We're going to be right back, and we're going to jump right into some nuts and bolts things we can do to change our community for the better. Be right back.
The City of Fort Myers has supported new and early-stage businesses by providing a location and technical assistance to new business owners. Tenants also have access to free business consulting, professional receptionist office, free Wi-Fi, 2 conference rooms, a large training room, copier and fax. Many new businesses now operating successfully have had their start at the Southwest Florida Enterprise Center. If you have a business idea, call 239-321-7085 and come join us.
Hello, I'm James Middlebrooks with the Community Press. I'm here to let you know that we have a community paper that is just going all around Fort Myers, Florida. I have 3 other people that are working with me, and that is Veronica Barber, Pablo Williams, and we call him Bodie, who is our circulation manager. We are working for you. We want you to know that this is the community paper for us. We want to put stories about what's happening, good stories about what's happening in our community. We want to do things on the local level, on the state level, on the national level, but we are sincerely about the local level. But we are so happy that we can report to you 28 pages of good stuff. We're reporting about the churches around this community. We're reporting about the community, about the fraternities and sororities. We're reporting about people who a lady just graduated from high school and she's 78 years old. I think that's remarkable. We are reporting about people who live the longest around here. We have a young lady who's 116 years and she's still around. We love what we are doing, and we are proud of giving you the report to you from the Community Press. Thank you and have a great day.
After a car accident, call me, Attorney Joe North. I am here for you and for your family. How do you go about getting good medical treatment? Who's going to pay for those medical bills? And what about money for your pain and suffering? And what about the lost wages? For more than 25 years, I have been helping clients with those same questions. For more than 25 years, families have trusted me with their accident cases. So after an accident, call me, Joe North. I am here for you.
Happy New Year and welcome to Tax Care. We are located at 2227 Fowler Street in Fort Myers. Come see us and get your huge refund. Have you ever been somewhere and felt like you didn't get the refund you deserve?
Come see us.
Have you ever been somewhere and felt like they ripped you off?
Come see us.
Have you ever gone somewhere and gotten your taxes prepared and then gone back to get your refund and they had moved?
Come see us.
Come see us and get your huge refund. We are waiting on you.
Hablo en español.
Let me tell you, hey yo, the world sent to me, someone tell you to grow up and give up on your dream. Hey yo, so
She got some.
Welcome back to CTV1's Pillars of Success. I'm your host, Earl Sparrow. In the house, we're going to jump right into it. We have Eric and Olivia Walker. Welcome to the show. My brother's sitting up. He ready to go. We've been talking off before the show started and during the clip. Tell me about Transformers Club. Where my shirt at, but I'll get that later. But y'all supposed to bring the host something. Y'all know that, right?
True.
All right. We'll work on that. We'll talk about that after. I'm XL. All right.
Yes, sir.
My belly a little too big. All right. But welcome to the show. Tell us about Transformers Club and tell us about how it got started and why God led you guys to do this.
Well, first, thank you for having us here. My name is Eric Walker, and God laid it on our heart to start the Transformers Club to reach out to the young men in the community first, when we first started. Me and my wife Olivia, we was born and raised in a community of gun violence. All of our lives, drugs, alcohol, and so we're familiar with the life. But as redeemed and born again Christians, spirit-filled Christians, we have ourselves been transformed. Therefore, we, as we've been living our lives correctly and doing the best that we can to do what's right, to get our lives together with our children, household, and everything, we see this gun violence thing is going way too far. And you have innocent kids that are being killed just on their porch playing basketball or, outside playing. And it was right after it was right before Andrew Faust that God laid it on our heart. Laid it on my heart to start the Transformers Club. And it was as if he was speaking to me and he showed me the whole vision of it. And I was like, honey, we got to do something. And then Andrew Faust happened. And it really hurt our hearts. And we was out there. We wanted to reach out to the young men that was hurting, the brothers, the family. We went out there to pray with them, along with some other believers. And that was it. We haven't stopped since. But Transformers Club first started out to reach out to young men, young boys and young men, to help transform their mind and to give them the spiritual aspect of life, to kind of help them see that there is a purpose for them in life. And then, of course, my wife got that call, heart from God later on, and I'm going to let her share with you what God has laid on her heart pertaining to Diamonds in the Rough.
Well, when Eric first brought the vision to my attention, to be honest with you, I wasn't there. We just found out we was pregnant. There's just a lot going on, and I was like, we don't have boys residing with us besides my two step boys in Miami. I don't know too much. I know that there's a need for fathers, and boys' lives and young men are really going rapid, but it wasn't my passion. My passion was more women, single parents, yes you can, because of my own walk and my own journey. And one of the things that I've learned with submitting to his vision was the attribute of what a wife should do and push him into the vision. If that's what God is saying, I don't want to come against what God is saying. Go, just do it. And I was always like, well, just do it, because he would eat, sleep, think, breathe, Transformers Club, Transformers Club. Everything in our house became Transformers Club. We started looking at Transformers Club cartoon because trying to find a logo and what God was saying. Well, about a year into Transformers Club, I would just go out there with Eric, whether he had 3 boys or whether he had 30 boys. I saw him consistent. I saw him pushing. I saw him really giving them the ground foundation of what Transformers Club stand for, which is Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to the things of this world. Well, the boys are filled with a trash can. They only do what they was taught. So I saw him being very consistent in this time, and I was like, okay, he's really serious. So then we got 501c3. We got the paperwork in order, and then a lot of people that we was able to call on helped us. So I knew it was God moving. And as his wife, because it wasn't my vision, I didn't want to deter him from his. Even though I had my own, hey, this is what I wanted to do, but I kind of like backburned what I wanted to do and what God called me to do. But in the obedience, God gave me exactly what I desired to do, and that was working with the girls. I talked to God because I didn't want to move just out on my own. You know how we just want to do something on our name, and I don't want that. I wanted something to exemplify Christ. I wanted it to be only God, because I found out in life that if you do it without him, it falls. But if you do it with him, it will be sustained, you know. So I was like, you know what, God, and Eric used to say, honey, you should do something with the girls. And I was like, God ain't say nothing yet. And then not only that, you're talking teenagers, you're talking children. And that's something you don't want to drop the ball. You don't want to start, grow relationship, and just be done with it. So I was like, God, I really needed to hear from you. And one day, just a very quiet time, God was like, I felt the unction, but I was like, God, if this is you, then send me 3 or 4 girls that I can confide, I can trust to help me, and that was staying with me. And sure enough, I did. He sent them, and they're still there at this very moment. I can call them to get something done. They do it. So it wasn't really about me. It was about that connection that I needed with other young girls that needed this Girl Times. And we talked and we constructed a name, and they came up with Diamonds in the Rough. And when they said Diamonds in the Rough, I'm like, oh yeah, you got to go through the coal and the fire and the diamonds and all that. Don't get stretched. And I'm thinking about the process of the diamond, but their theory was totally different. It was, we need somebody to teach us how to shine in a dark world. And how to stay polished. And I'm like, and it was, even now, I can just even sense God saying, God, you're entrusting me to do that? That means I have to exemplify exactly what I teach. So I was like, okay. I was looking at them like, okay, y'all know what that means. I'm going to have to come in and correct y'all. In love, I'm going to have to teach y'all what a girl should do and what a girl shouldn't do, or what a young lady should do and what a young lady shouldn't do. And that's where we at. And it's growing. God always tells us that growth is not in numbers, but it is in progress. And he says that whether I got 3 or 30, give it the same. And if they want Christ, because I know he changed my life. I remember being that girl looking for love in all the wrong places. I remember being that girl trying to fit in with the wrong crowds, trying to be popular, trying to be accepted, and was rejected. I remember being that young lady. So what can I do to teach them how to withstand the adversities and the trials and still come out shining? So
that's you guys are working on your book, right?
Yeah, we actually are.
You are writing a book. All right. Yeah. All right. 'Cause I got people. Tim Jacobs he has his book. He does it from the beginning to end. I have some resources they can, and there's some other friends that do self-publishing books and stuff like that. I had another host, Ford Johnson Publishing, Ford Publishing that I can connect you guys with.
Okay.
But it was so much that I got out of what you said about denying yourself, People don't want to talk about that. That's old school.
Yeah.
A woman saying, you know what, I'm going to put my wants to the side, I'm going to support my husband. You don't hear that no more. People don't do that no more. Not very rarely. Stand by, I mean, that's old school, tight but it's right stuff. God made the man the head, and you support the head, and he's supposed to love you and fight for you and do what he's supposed to do.
Yes.
And people I don't see that anymore. I mean, me and my wife have been married for 12 years, and we talk, and we challenge ourselves to be there for each other and to support each other. But I feel like, good, we got some people to go and sit down and eat with it. They gets it.
Yes.
Yeah.
They gets it. You gotta deny yourself, and people don't want to do that. And this is not a religious show, but when it comes down to it, Jesus told us, pick up your cross
And follow me.
and follow me.
Yeah.
Not
Pick up.
your cross sometimes and do your own thing, and I love you anyway, and it's okay.
Absolutely.
And then the other part about it, you said that, listen, I gotta live this because I got people counting on me. That's integrity.
Yes.
Who you are when nobody's looking at you.
That's right. That's what we use all the
You
time.
gotta use, and for you to say, I'm not gonna jump out and do it. And people, we got, what, 1,000 churches in Fort Myers?
You
people
give me the
wanna just
numbers.
jump
just
out.
do it.
And do stuff and don't wait on God.
Yeah.
And then when it falls, because it was a good idea, not a God idea,
Oh, yes.
they want to, get back to the other stuff and blame God and all this. It failed because I didn't know. Yeah. It's about submitting, and I appreciate you guys doing that. We don't hear that anymore, and I celebrate you, and I celebrate you guys, both of you, for working together, because it's enough out there for all of us to do. It's enough for all of us to do, and there's those. We make an assumption, and we're gonna go to break in a minute, but we make an assumption that the training you got and the training you got, everybody got it. We make an assumption that kids know how to put on deodorant, and they know how to wash their face and brush their gums and under their mouth and all that stuff that we got, and they don't.
They don't. Absolutely.
They don't. So the moment we as adults say it's our responsibility, I'm going to pick up the slack. I'm going to be there. I'm going to do as much as I can for you, but I'm not going to let you down like those other people. We got work to do, and I'm here for you. If you're here to work, I'm here to work with you.
That's it.
Let's get it together and get these people out. Let's graduate. Let's go to college. Let's graduate. Let's start businesses. Let's do this. Let's change this. But here's how you do it, and it's going to be nice. It's not going to be so easy.
That's right.
But I'm here, and I'm going to make mistakes and everything else. But we'll be right back talking about the next phase and the vision of these two ministries. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back in a few minutes.
The City of Fort Myers has supported new and early-stage businesses by providing a location and technical assistance to new business owners. Tenants also have access to free business consulting, professional receptionist office, free Wi-Fi, 2 conference rooms, a large training room, copier and fax. Many new businesses now operating successfully have had their start at the Southwest Florida Enterprise Center. If you have a business idea, call 239-321-7085 and come join us.
Hey, did you hear about churchgossip.net? Listen up. There's an exciting new place where you can get all the latest tea in church news. It's called churchgossip.net. At churchgossip.net, you'll find anything from outrageous pastor scandals to what your favorite gospel artist is up to, even a few opinion and inspirational pieces. You name it, churchgossip.net will have it. So come check us out. Tell a friend and a family member about churchgossip.net, and don't forget to like and share our page. churchgossip.net, the #1 source for all your church tea.
Let me tell you, hey y'all, the words that you got someone tell you to grow up and give up on your dream. Hey y'all, so
You know what? We're going to have to keep these mics side and keep doing a podcast or something. 'Cause y'all missed some good stuff. We're back. This is Earl Sparrow with Community CTV1. And again, we have Olivia and my main man, Eric.
Yes.
With Transformers Club, you said it. Be renewed by transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Yes, sir.
But you got to hit the reset button sometimes. And that's really what we are. We were talking during the break about, yes, we do have a bunch of churches, but we don't have a bunch of churches on the street. We got our little man caves, our 4 walls we here. From 11 to 1 and a half, 11 to whatever, then we gone. And you better not go to that church down the street revival, or I'm because I'm the whatever. I know, but that's another topic. But I appreciate you guys stepping out and being there for your kids. And we got pictures up of all these young ladies that are never going to forget. The Bible said, train up a child where they should go. And when they're old, they won't depart from it. And those children that are sitting there are going to remember this. And you're going to see Transformer Club, Orlando, Transformer Club, Diamonds in the Rough, Jacksonville. You're going to see all of these kids take this to the next level. It's not going to die off with y'all. It's going to keep going. And I celebrate that. I really appreciate that y'all yielded to the call to get it started. And I know those kids gonna tell you eventually later. Being a teacher, kids come up to me all the time. Mr. Sparrow, you was always hard on me and everything else, but I learned a lot from you, and I appreciate you were one of my whatever. In case these kids aren't telling you that, I'm telling you it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. But how can the community know more information about the Transformers Club? How can my viewers donate to your 501c3? How can we open up more avenues for you to get started and to travel? I saw something about you guys going to Jacksonville pretty soon with your basketball team with the PAL. Tell us a little bit about that and these opportunities.
To get in touch or learn more about the Transformers Club, we do have a website. It's transformersclubinc.com. There is a donate button on there. You can donate. We use PayPal. You don't have to have a PayPal account to donate, but if you do, that's great. And you can look around, and of course, we are still, adding more things to the website. There's everything about what we do on the website. And if you want to get involved with us, there's a page that you can get involved, and you can type your information in there and give us a little short, brief synopsis on there. Let us know what you want to do with us, and it'll come straight to us. But with the Police Athletic League, we have been entrusted with their basketball team, their cheerleader team, and then there's a YDP program. It's a youth development program. I'm so excited about that because, we know that young people like to do things, do activities. And with us partnering with the city of Fort Myers and the Police Athletic League, we think it's just a great idea, to take that on. And we just came from Jacksonville on last Friday and Saturday. We got up 3 in the morning,
Oh,
Yes, sir. We had all about eight boys at our house. We spent a night, got up, and we left. And we went and had a good time. Some of these young kids never been out of the city of Fort Myers. And for them to go up there, they had full uniforms on. They met different people. They got in the pool. They ate good. And we all got a chance to talk and really get a chance to know one another. But most importantly, we got a chance to really give them the truth about what we see and who we are. And sometimes it rough feathers, but I know that it's the truth that sets us free. Yeah. And that truth is God's word. And what we do, we stand on truth. Because, see, and I got to go a little veer off for a second because I know that this is very important. Our people, and I'm talking about our culture, the black culture, we have gotten away, like we discussed earlier, from God. We need God. We need God, and we need to line our life up with what God said. When you think about it and you look at our life, it's always like when we're in trouble as a people, we know where to go to. And if you think about it, it's like we are prostituting God. When you look at the household, it's a resemblance of what the parents are doing with God. When we get away from God, the children get away from us.
Boy.
But to get back on track,
What?
we meet at the Stars Complex every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, the boys are meeting outside under the pavilion right now. The girls are inside, and it's wonderful. And we also now are accepting young people who are on probation. They need community service hours. We went and submitted that. We told them we want them all. You know, we're trying to do the same thing in our community in Harlem Lakes. Those young guys out there, you know, of course there's a lot of gun violence going on, but we're not out there pointing fingers. We're trying to find out how can we help, because they're crying out for help. But who's willing to go out there and talk to these young guys and to love on them right where they are? Because I needed it. I was one who had that same mindset. But it took for somebody to pray for me when I needed. Somebody to say, young man, you can do better. And sometimes it took for some people to tell me the truth, even when they hurted my feelings. But, you know, you can go on the Transformers Club page. It's transformersclubinc.com. And you can go on there and take a look around, and you'll find many things that you might like, that you can come out and volunteer and help with.
Well, I mean, challenge has been laid down. I'm said it many times before. I'm trying to build an army. Community TV One, we're trying to give our community leaders, and that's what you are. You pick the mantle up, and people are following. And I hope somebody's inspired to say, yeah, I need to go ahead and get started with this. A lot of people have a lot of excuses not to do what they want to do and not to do what they're called to do. And for you guys to leap out, for you to leap out and start diamonds in the rough, and to do that, that takes faith, and that takes humility, and it's going to inspire somebody else to go ahead and do what they need to do. I've been wrestling with starting a music studio for voice and for everything else.
Oh, wow.
And I've been fighting it. Fighting it. But, you know, you guys hearing your stories kind of encouraging me to go ahead and launch out and do the stuff that I'm supposed to do. We talked a little bit off the screen about everybody's called to do something.
Yes.
But not everybody does it. Yeah. Many are called, but the chosen are few. That's what the scripture says.
That's right.
Chosen, to choose to follow the call. Yeah. It's the two ways to look at it.
That's all it is. It's making the choice. And said many have called, but few only are chosen. It's only a few that's going to choose to do what God told them to do. And even with this mentoring program, and even with the ministry that God entrusted us, we moved in Harlem Lake. Many people told us not to, but was like, oh, I wouldn't. And, you know, we said this in an interview before, how would darkness know what light looked like if light never show up? Mm-hmm. If we never show them that, hey, you know, we was built to be a family, raise our children, we can have that. And some of them boys don't even know, you know, that opportunity lay right there for them. So we're just doing what God called us to do. And we're not competing. The race wasn't given to the swift.
Right.
So that shows it's not a competition.
No.
And I remember a pastor saying to Eric and I that when parents send their children over to this program, please be ready for the truth. Be ready for because it comes with, God, it says God chastises those He's loved. He loves us. He's going to give us correction.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's wrong. Everybody's getting offended. Everybody's getting hurt. Everybody's getting in their feelings. God is not in feelings. Woo. And so we need to learn how.
You need the hashtag.
Yeah, if we don't
God
give Him the truth,
God,
He's not in
God's
feelings.
not in the feelings.
He's not in feelings.
Right.
He's a spiritual being, and we got to understand that. And that's why we're not seeing any progress. Our children are not growing where they need to grow because everybody is all pacifying, and we're not pacifiers.
No.
We take the pacifier out and we throw it in the garbage. And it's not saying that we're rough, but at the same time, we only can give what was given to us.
I think there was a video that went viral last few days about this little 5-year-old kid that was in Georgia. I don't know if y'all saw it. That little boy was bad. You could tell he was bad. And you could tell his mom babies him. And he had to get a spanking paddling in Georgia. And people are outraged. Oh, they're going to hit a child. Oh, my God. And this is not... if the mom was spanking the boy or disciplining the boy, there's other ways to discipline besides brutality. I ain't saying you beat somebody with a stitching cord for 5 hours and then, hang them or something. That's something that we're not talking about that. Yeah. But to correct a child means you love them.
That's right.
Yes.
Jesus asked Peter, he said, do you love me? Yes. Feed my sheep.
That's right.
You love me?
That's right.
Obey me.
Feed my sheep.
That's right.
Feeding sheep means you need to slap that sheep like, hey, come back in. Come back in line. You
That's
going over there.
That's right.
Here you go. Come back. Hey, get back over here.
That's right.
That little handle, it wasn't like shepherd would be like, whatever. Sheep going to do whatever they going to do and,
fall off the cliff.
They get ate by a wolf or bear, they should have just followed me. No, that's not. You got to be active.
Yes.
But you got to put that discipline in. And nobody wants to be disciplined. And they wondering why my kid did this. Why are they out here doing all this other stuff? Well, You let them watch TV. You let them watch TV till 3 o'clock in the morning. Yep. You let them. You listen to music with cussing and stripping and all this other kind of stuff. You let them smoke with you.
Yes.
If you teaching them how to do it, you're gonna be the friend that they mom parents wasn't your friend, and then. Who disciplines them? You know who disciplines? That jail does.
The system.
Either make them or break them. And that's what counts.
You ain't going to do it. You're not going to do it. They got jumpsuits in all sizes.
Right.
And there's something that's going on in Georgia, in Louisiana. I saw something there. No, it was Mississippi, where they're losing money because people ain't being locked up as fast as they were now. Off of the backs of blacks. Kids and Hispanic kids and everybody else that 3 strikes and got robbed. He robbed a store. He shoplifted $31 of candy. Now he's facing life in prison because that's his 3rd strike or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's a system.
It's a set-up system. It was a setup. It was a trap. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Because of the power of influence, music, social media, our children fall right in the trap that was set up for them to destroy them.
And it's not even I wouldn't say a trap anymore. There's in our cartoons they have the little leaves that's covering over a thing. And people walk on the leaves and they fall in. No, that ain't the case.
It's wide open.
No, they don't even care no more. They just see that trap. See out and down there. You the same colors they are. Jump in.
Go in.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's not even
covered up.
Can't even call it a trap anymore. Yeah. It's the struggle. I ain't gonna get juice until I have tears, and I ain't gonna get no juice until I'm whatever, till I got a criminal record like my uncle and my cousin. It's people are willingly jumping into it, thinking that there's no other way, and that's why I appreciate you saying that. There's Romans. You got to be renewed. You got to hit the reset button. And so I really appreciate you guys doing it. If there's some kids that are, some parents that are on the fence about letting their kids come to that, we got a minute or 2 left. look to the camera and tell them, like, here's what we're gonna do, here's what we want to do, and if you're ready for it, you know, we're ready for your kids.
30 seconds, I'm gonna go 30.
Okay.
All right, 30 seconds. It's important for our children to get a foundation. And the foundation that we give is Romans 12:2, to not be conformed to the things of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. We forget that we were born to rebel. We were born into sin. And we have to get back to the knowledge of God. We have to get back to being spiritual. And if you have a troubled child, if you have a child that just need directions, a child that just need love, and you can't give it to him, or you think he's far gone, send him to the Transformers Club. Contact us. Get in touch with us on Facebook or go to our website, transformersclubinc.com, and reach out to us, because we believe that once these kids know their purpose in life, once they know what's required of them, that we can now start to help them learn the other things in life that's appropriate for them. Get in touch.
Well, if there
Okay.
if there be any young ladies that don't know their worth, don't know how much they're valued, Diamonds in the Rough is definitely the program that they would like to join, because it's there that they learn who they are, you know, that God didn't make junk, and that they are fearfully and wonderfully made, and then they can have a love everlasting. But that love is not temporal through man, but through God. And we just there to teach them, and just be a mother figure or aunt figure or just a big sister. Just let them know that somebody cares.
Well, that's our show for this week. And again, Tuesdays at Stars Complex on Edison Avenue. What's the address?
2980.
2980 Stars Avenue.
Edison Avenue.
Edison Avenue, Stars Complex. That's where they're going to be.
Yes.
Please don't send your kids, bring them.
All right. Don't leave me there
Thank you so
beating.
much for coming on the show,
Thank you for having
we
us.
look forward to having you guys bring some of your kids on and talk about the other things.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's our show for this week. We'll see you next week.